So we believe in a concept called 5 freedoms. If you're new to this, I just want to review it with you. And it's always a great reminder, right? My colleagues from our mentorship, I love seeing them here because what that tells me is that they're always ready and willing to grow, right? Like a tree, does a tree ever get tired of water? Does the tree ever say, oh, water today? No, certain things are foundational, right? Surrounding yourself with the right community, in the right energy, in the right frequency is just like water is to a tree. It's vital for growth. So there's 5 freedoms that we tend to focus on. Okay. The first one is health. We believe that you can do your highest quality of work when you're healthy. And so your business should never cost you your health. You can't buy health, as you all know. And if you could, if it was for sale, it would be way too expensive. No one would be able to afford it. All right. Because one person would just outbid the other. Right? People will spend their life savings trying to have just one more day, one more month, one more year. And you can easily add a decade to somebody's life. Easily. And if you start early enough, probably 25 years. Easily. So health freedom, right? For you and your clients. The next one is emotional freedom. Some people have amazing physical health, but their emotional health is a roller coaster. Right? They're easily influenced by the opinion of others. All I have to do is shut down somebody's entire life's purpose is write something negative on Facebook, and they just crawl into a hole and never put themselves out there again. Really, that's all it takes for some people. They're like, I hate Facebook because I got one negative message. Now, I'm not saying you have to love Facebook. My point is, we don't let the opinion of others shape our reality. We never let the opinion of others shape our reality, right? So we have to be in full control of our emotional health. Whoever controls our emotional health controls our physiology and our biology. Right? So if you are easily mentally and emotionally manipulated by media, by your family, by complete strangers online, or the story that you've made up in your own head, then you are very easily manipulated. And I find that when most people manipulate others, it's not to their advantage. Right? So you're not being manipulated to your advantage. So you've got to be a guardian of your mind. And that's one of the things we focus on in all of our programs and during this event too. You've got to, we want to free up time. So I said for each hour you spend, I'm going to save you 100 hours of telling you what not to do and what to do. Okay, what not to do and what to do. Next is geographic freedom. We have the opportunity to be geographically free, which means that we can all practice, in many cases, from wherever we want. We can help people no matter where they are, whether it's through our health services, whether it's through consulting, whether it's through supplement protocols that you put them on that can be shipped anywhere in the world, whether it's through affiliate programs. If there are certain products that you love and you recommend them to people, guess what? Companies are happy to pay you to refer them business, right? So there's lots of ways that we could use our influence and, having a heart-centered approach to also have geographic freedom. How many of you would love to make money while you're traveling? Raise your hands. Okay, and those of you that don't raise your hands, you're just basically telling the universe, the entire universe, not just a little, 4 feet around you, but you're telling the entire universe it's not what you want. Okay, so let's try that again. Raise your hand if you would love to make money while you're traveling and seeing the beautiful world. Amazing, right? So you're just commanding the universe. It's got your attention now. And of course, we want you to have financial freedom. Not that money should be your primary objective, but you got to eat, and hopefully enough so that you can feed others, right? So being from a space of giving, and receiving, we are at equal exchange with the amount of value we put out there in the world. Right? So if somebody tells me, hey, Sachin, I want to make $1 million, great. You've got to put out more than that in value into the world. right? See, it's an easy equation. Some people will say, okay, put out $10 million in value. You want to make 100 grand, put out $1 million in value. And it's so easy for us to do that. You could share a tip. Like we had a client of ours who's never even been part of our program, so technically not even a client, but they went gluten-free at our recommendation. They saw a post, went gluten-free, realized it was causing their issues, and they were able to avoid catastrophic health challenges within weeks. Right? Is that valuable? Raise your hand if that's valuable. Right now, here's the thing that I realized: the universe has mysterious ways of compensating us. So sometimes it compensates us directly with money. And by the way, money is the worst way to measure your success. Happiness is the best way to measure your success. Again, in my opinion, probably the only way. I know people who are very wealthy, but also very unhappy. All right. Bob Marley says, some people are so poor, all they have is money. So that's why we put financial last. It should never be your primary focus, because you can't buy health, you can't buy emotional stability, you can't buy time, and you can't buy geographic freedom. You have to create those consciously. And only then is the money worth it. Okay, only then is the money spent on the right things. Right? People say there's no money in healthy people. I spend a lot of money doing cool stuff. Okay, I just don't spend it on healthcare. Right? I spend it on true wellness. I spend it on, cool toys that make me healthier. I just got a vibroacoustic cushion. Right? So I'm not spending $1,000 a month on drugs. I'm spending, money on stuff that I care about. So I'm stimulating the economy. There's a whole economy in healthy people. They buy cool stuff because they're not buying stuff that keeps them sick. So there's lots of money in healthy people, not for a system that promotes sickness and benefits off sickness. But don't worry, the economy is not going to go downhill if people all of a sudden got healthy. They'll just buy other stuff. People like spending money. It's what it's for. Right? And they just print it. Right? How much money did they just print in the last 2 years? More than they've printed ever. But you still hear people saying, I don't have money. How is that possible? When they just keep printing it. And because they print it, we have to recognize that there's other more important things that we can't print. Right? So our business should move us in a direction that creates health, emotional freedom, time freedom, geographic freedom, and financial freedom. And you're in a business that actually allows you to do that. I can't think of another profession where you can actually do this with the how low the barrier of entry is for what you guys do. Not intellectually, not emotionally, but you can start a business at a fraction of what it would cost anyone else to start a business. At a fraction. That's what's insane. You just need a laptop. You don't even need a 4K webcam like the one I have, or a studio mic. Right? You don't need any of those things. But even if you wanted those things, they're just a few $100. So for less than $1,000, you can have your business up and running. All of your supplements can be administered by third parties. Your labs can be shipped directly to your clients if you run labs on people. You have virtually no overhead. You could do it from your home. There's no business on earth like this.